Oops, wrong way around. Nope, wait, I guess the other way around was the right way. Why do I suddenly not even know? Because I'm in a weird mood. Because of mouse. It's called getting stuck in rut. I said I didn't want to watch anymore, but then I started the next episode. And because I'm suddenly home alone. And because of Gintama too. I love you too. Why is the time upside down? The time stayed upside down. When I had my phone the other way around, the time was up there, and then I decided to just turn the phone around instead of stopping the video and turning it around. So now the time is upside down. Oops, wrong way around. Hair. Okay, so Vicky went away to work, so here I am filming a video, of course, because Vicky went away to work. Actually, because I'm over the top, crazy, weird mood, and it's So I was taking a picture. Oops, I was taking a picture. Stupid thing, when does this actually start recording? When it's still at 0 or when it hits 1? Oops, wrong way around. So here I am filming a video, of course. People like to do that, where it's like a glimpse of what their life looks like, so, I keep thinking I should do that, and I never have, so, why not? Especially if I'm home alone. But you see, I didn't start filming until a bit after Vicky was gone. Ha, ha, ha. So instead I wrote down notes. 10 o'clock, woke up. Because Vicky was getting up? Or because Jackie was jumping on my bed? Sorry. She just always does that. Out of a sudden jump with no warning. Thanks. What was I saying? 10:30. Woke up again in an overall weird mood thanks to the emotional / intriguing dreams I was having. And it's odd how they... bridge, of course. One of the last scenes I saw was in Gintama 2 when the bridge collapsed. And then there's a bridge all of a sudden on my... I hate that login screen thingy. It is not fair. Microsoft, you are one of the stupidest, most controlling freaks I've ever met in my life. It is not fair that they're allowed to do whatever they want with my login screen and I can't stop them. Why are they allowed to control my computer? Ugh, it makes me so mad that they just like freakishly control my computer. Hey look, 333, 333. Too bad it wasn't December 3. That would have been funny. Anyway, dreams, where I remember stuff from happening from real life, but then there's also like these weird little thingies in between, and it was so funny because in the middle of it... Why is the time upside down? And then there was a part in my dream where the guy sat up and did something, and like it would take too long to explain it all, but anyway, he was being cool, and there was the expression on his face, and I thought that was so cool. I literally like rewound it like the movie to rewatch it to catch his expression again. Stupid thing that always starts the episode where you were the last time. So when Vicky watched it, it starts at the end, and I have to be very careful while I'm rewinding. Otherwise I get like a massive amount of spoilers. Hello, Kitty. And sadly it was different, so I didn't get to see his expression again. Anyway, I got up and I got dressed. And I went to clean out the coffee machine and get my coffee going before using the washroom, because coffee! It takes barely any time for that coffee machine to make the coffee, and yet still, sometimes it feels like it's way too long. And of course, the feeling like it's way too long, that's just partially because I want to come sit down at the table and not have to get up again to go back across the room to grab my coffee. So if I can have my coffee before I sit down in the first place, that's cooler. So I turn on the kettle to boil some water for myself to make myself some tea with hair on tongue. Thanks, cat. So I boil some water to make myself some tea. And while I'm in the middle of it, I realize the dog's gotta go out because she hasn't been out in a little while. And I'm like, oh crap, quick, go turn the kettle off while I'm putting her out because it'll get too hot while I'm putting her out. So I turn it off. And then I come back and I'm like, but it wasn't quite hot enough, was it? So I turn it back on and go sit down at my computer for 2 seconds and suddenly my water is so boiling hot. I'm like, oh my God, it got too hot anyway. So I had to put some cold water in here first. Oh, did I succeed? Meh. I put too much cold water in there. For the love of Saturday! The video can't see my breath. Oh yeah, you can. Yeah. He's cold. And I've got my coffee. And okay, let's start with the YT videos to see what random video might wake me up. Because I'm like, I wake up and I'm sitting here. What do I even feel like doing? This is quite regularly why I keep on sleeping rather than getting up. Because I get up and I'm like, duh. What was the point of getting up? There's nothing to do. I don't want to do anything. This is stupid. Let me go back to bed. So I'm like, well, fine. I'll just grab a random YouTube video. But the problem is, I go on YouTube and immediately get angry at YT, rant in my journal while listening to music that played next, even though I turned off autoplay next. When did it get turned back on? And how come I can't find the button to stop it from doing that again? And ranting in my journal about the fact that... Okay, so I was ranting in my journal about a couple of things. I was ranting about mouse. Episode 9. Is it stupid Facebook? It's as bad as Facebook. No! Scratch that. Pen come out. Stupid YT. It's as bad as FB. And now all the text messages coming through are upside down too because the phone turned around, but it didn't turn around. It turned me up. I wonder when this comes out if I'll be upside down. That'll be really funny. Nope. Wait, I guess the other way around was the right way. It's as bad as FB at its narrow-mindedness. It hyper-focuses not even on certain channels, namely like 5 out of 25 I'm subscribed to, total random numbers to make a point. It also hyper-focuses on specific videos, constantly putting in videos from my watch later list, and ones that I've already watched, and then putting in a ton of stuff that's barely related to anything I've ever seen and or suggestions that the same suggestions, same videos that have been there for suggestions all day, almost every day for months on end. Stupid YouTube's algorithms. Algorithms, period, are one of the dumbest inventions ever created. Up there with easy open boxes. I am so tired of the suggestion list on YouTube. It is constantly stupid. Like, what even is the point of a suggestion list? It's like on Facebook, where it's like if you don't click on your subscription off enough, they just all vanish and you forget you even subscribed to them. Or what's the point? I want to find just a random video. I don't want to have to think about going to different channels and actually picking what I actually want to watch. I just want to watch random videos. And here you are suggesting the same videos that I have been passing over for ages. But if I tell you that I'm not interested in them, what are you going to do? Suddenly, that channel vanishes from my suggestions altogether because I keep saying I'm not interested in the videos. I'm not interested in the ones you keep shoving in my face. I'm still interested in that channel. For the love of sanity, I hate it. So I ranted about all of that stuff, and somewhere in the middle of all of that, I changed where my rings were because I looked in my journal of the pictures in comparison to what was online versus what I actually got and how they actually don't look the same. So typical. So much bigger and bulkier. And if anybody, I mean, the website wants you to believe that this ring costs like $60-something, and then they brought it down to like $16 for sale. And I'm like, anybody that actually believes that this ring was like $60-something to begin with is an idiot. This is obviously not. Nothing about this ring ever was worth $60. So, 16, okay, maybe. It is pretty. But it wasn't, yeah, anyway. So it got all because I put it on this finger, but because I had woken up, my hands were all dry and swollen. It was kind of uncomfortable there, so I stuck it on there instead. And then when the ring is on this finger, I had to move this one from this finger onto this finger, and it was all swollen, so it was like, ow, getting off of that finger and then putting it on there. So then I put this ring back on this finger and decided not to move this ring again because it was like, getting it off. Never mind, I didn't want to put it back on, so my fingers look like this right now. Oh, well, that happened in the middle there. Start telling YT I'm not interested yeah, after all of that, I finally, whatever, fine. So I start telling YT I'm not interested in almost everything that's suggested. And finally, after doing that, I found some to add to my watch later because I wasn't really in the mood right now because it's kind of hurt that, like, I don't know. Sometimes I just can't settle. Like, all of that stuff looks interesting and I want to watch it later, but I can't settle into something deep and, like, permanent yet. Puppy. And that little turd who's been, like, demanding attention all day long. Yeah, I love you too. Shut up. Go away. So I just add them to watch later, and I did find a couple of short ones to watch now. And so I did that. And then I open a music video because the concept of it is my kind of thing, but 20-ish seconds in to the video, I suddenly instead notice that Tori is looking at me. I stopped petting her. And start a minute or a minute and a half staring contest with her instead. This little turd is suddenly wanting attention. That ends with her coming over for a short cuddle before I had to get up and do something else. At around 12 p.m., I started writing this. Everything I was doing, because I might as well do a little bit of a look what my life looks like. Everybody wants to know what I do at home all day long. But it's only 3:30. What have I done all day long? I'm writing this. Still not done. Coffee at 12:12. The coffee that I started at 10:30. Still not done at 12:12. Vicky made the comment once, why does it take you so long to finish your coffee? Because in general, you can't bother someone until they're done the coffee. Now what do I feel like doing at 12:12? 12:27 p.m. Facebook scrolling. Time to get up and wander. Should I get food? 12:50 p.m. Vicky speaks to me for the first time. I've been up since 12:30 and 12:50 is the first time Vicky spoke to me. Her words were, you might want to open the window too. And then we have a 3-minute convo on how hard bacon is to cook in a pan versus really should learn how / just do it in the oven instead. Hair. Go away. Where did it even go? I don't know. I didn't see it blow away, but it's not on my book. I don't know where the hair went. Clump of hair. And I can't believe he picked up a piece of evidence and very carefully used a handkerchief to pick it up so he didn't destroy any, like, whatever that would be on it. But what did he do as he's picking it up? Idiot! Like, idiot! You don't blow on this stuff. Your saliva in there for your DNA and all kinds of stuff are going to get all over it and completely compromise it. What is wrong with you? I can't believe he did that. He knows better because he knew enough to pick it up with the handkerchief instead of his own fingers. And then he goes and blows on it to get dust off. And I came over here and I was eating my food. And what do you do when you're eating food? And now, since I can't read while I'm eating, you watch something. So at 1:32, as I say down here somewhere, all of these times are either when I started or when I stopped what I was doing. But then I go, no, I think all of these times are when I'm done it, not when I'm starting. So every single time I mentioned, I wrote it in here pretty much after I was done doing what I say. That's not the time that I started it. Where was I? At 1:32 p.m. Mouse. That Korean show, Mouse. I started watching it while I was eating my food. I so don't like this main character. Or what are they doing or what they're doing with him. The main character of Mouse. It didn't take very long at all. Like, seriously, I hate that type of the character. He is, where was I ranting about that one? Like I say, I was ranting about that one. The type that's the hero, because he's so nice and so helpful and so kind and so empathetic. And I'm just like, no one is really like that. Stop faking. And yes, I'm still passionate about it. And this is why I was on. And I don't know what I even want to do anymore. And then at 2:12 p.m. all the way out the door. And suddenly I started ranting to her, and literally she's like walking away, and I'm still yelling out the door to her. And she goes, yeah, at one point, your problem is you get so hyper-focused on the injustice, you throw out all the good stuff too. And that's a paraphrase from her, but sigh! Like, and spoilers! And So anyway, and then at 2:39, trying to calm myself down. And then at 3:28, I was skipping through Gintama 2 to see all of Okita's epic scenes again.
てめえの番だよ、伊藤先生。その実力差を埋めるには数に頼るのが一番だ。呼吸を合わせろ。身体ともに気を練り、最も充実した瞬間。一斉に切りかかれ。そして、おい、女子供が遊びに来るところじゃねえぜ。
その程度でバテてるようじゃ、お前のド S も大したことないやろな。
But now it's only 3:30, and what do I do now? Face palms. Because you see, when we were watching Gintama 2, which is what happened on my birthday, I had a good day on my birthday, but at the same time, Vicky was the one that picked the videos, and then I said what I wanted to do, and we didn't end up doing it, because I'm like, at some point I mentioned the fact that Nata would probably like the show Danger Zone. It's a Chinese drama. It's a really good one. I love shows about profilers. They're cool. And like, you know, that one was well done. I really like that one. There's not much Mouse. I don't know, Mouse, maybe I will end up liking it. They might still redeem themselves. Maybe. If I calm down. Vicky did confirm one spoiler for me that I was already figuring, and I'm not really sure whether that helps or not. It happens regularly where I'm like, I get a day to myself, and I kind of ruin the whole thing because I'm like, I'm sick of watching this show, but I just must get it done with. So I'm like, should I keep watching Mouse? Because I really do want to watch it, and I really do want to enjoy it, because Vicky really enjoyed it because it was unfolded really well. She's like, the way they unfolded the whole bigger picture was like really well done, and I'm like, I want to believe her, and I want to do it, and I'm gonna, but I don't want to force myself to watch it, to like just get through it. So I'm like, I'll stop and watch Gintama 2 for a bit instead, and I watched all the cool parts in that one, insert more clips.
悪いね、伊藤さん。実は俺も一人じゃねえ。信じまいな。あらら、こいつは本当に調子がおかしいや。
And whatever. So I did that, but now it's 3:50, and I'm like, now what? As you can probably tell, I'm like way on a high. On a serious high. This is like not cool to be left at home alone. It's not cool to be left alone at home when I'm like this. And my hair. See what my hair looks like? This is what happens when I do my hair when I'm emotional. Believe it or not. I'm in the middle of the rant with Vicky, and all of a sudden I'm like, and then my hair looked really stupid. And then I fixed it a little bit by doing this and sticking a couple pins in there so that half that hair wasn't sticking down in my face anymore. And on one hand, this is like a really stupid hairstyle. What on earth am I keeping it up like this for? But on the other hand, it feels really good to have so much of it back out of my face and off my neck, away from around my ears. Actually, it does help me cool down. It really does. I went over that in one of my videos, the sensory thing. I'm like, see? It's true. So, it's still up. And while I'm over here ranting and raving, clearly it's that time of day. Like, Tori's over there ignoring me sleeping away, and Chiaki's over there ignoring me sleeping away. And aren't they cute? Aren't they cute? Aren't they cute? I don't know where Asuka is right now. And just me ranting is already 21 minutes and 38 seconds long. Just me ranting about all that. I wasn't planning on making a day video that long, but it's not even 4 yet, and you've got a 21-minute video of me ranting. Why are you even still open? My screen keeps turning on. I was done with you. But now it's almost 4 o'clock, and I'm just all over the place because I can't decide what I want to do. My stickers came off the wall. They were stickers to hold the corners down on the picture. Aren't they pretty? I love that picture. I have no idea what I'm showing you. I'm just like showing you because it's a forward-facing camera. I love that picture. One of my favorite pictures. That came with the 10 Years Later book. It's not just the 10 Years Later book. Yes, it's in Chinese. I don't care. Upside down, sorry. I don't know. I'm all ranty and ravey. I'm very ranty and ravey, and Vicky ran away. So I have nobody else to ranty and ravey to except making a video. That is now 10 seconds, 29 minutes and 12 seconds long. I should like go somewhere, or I should like be outside somewhere, or like, I don't know, but I don't feel like it because it's cold out there. Yeah, it's cold. It's very cold. Hurry up, animal. I don't like winter, and we barely started. I think I might, maybe be coming off the high. This is what they call, I was thinking about that again. When people say that you get on like a sugar high and then there's the sugar crash and all that stuff. Yeah, it's not the sugar. This happens, to me at least, all the time. And it's an ADHD thing as far as I'm concerned. Because ADHD, once you get worked up into that like hyper, all over the place, bouncing off the walls like I was when I started this video. You've seen it with your own eyes. And that's not even necessarily it. Do I get worse than that? Quite possibly. But anyway, at least that bad. And then I'm up there, and once I finally work off all of that excess energy, all of a sudden my whole body goes, whoa. And that's the crash. It's not a sugar crash. It's literally an emotional, drained out by your emotions being so skyrocketed. Don't need my stomach and don't knock my book off and where's the remote? Like, you know, normal people have their and they know how to handle it. ADHD people have emotional regulation issues. Everybody else knows how to do this. ADHD people are generally like this or like this. There's not much in between. And when you're up here and your body gets exhausted from being up here, you literally crash all the way to the bottom. And you're lucky if you don't go into depression. I did that so many times when I was a kid. It felt like if everything was, the more perfect something was, the more excited and happy and epic and awesome it was, within like seconds of it ending, there was this crash, and it was literally the worst day of my life all of a sudden. Something really stupid that did it. Like all of a sudden I couldn't tie my shoe or untie my shoe or whatever. Like it was literally like up there and then just like whoomp, crash. So yeah, okay. I'm gonna go watch that and do something. I have no crocheting to do with my hands. And I don't know what else I could possibly do with my hands, because drawing while I'm watching stuff is odd. Because either what I'm watching completely inspires what I'm drawing, or what I'm drawing completely distracts me from what's being said. So I'll probably sit here fiddling with a pen or something while I'm watching them, because I have nothing else to do. I was going to read, and instead, after taking pictures, I went on the YouTube to get music going, and I clicked on a short video first, and then, oh wait, the oven went off, and I forgot to put my stuff in there before I brought Tori out. Anyway, so my food's not cooking yet. It's waiting for me. I'll heat it up. My food's not in there yet. But what was I saying? Went on YouTube to play music so I could read my book, and instead I clicked on another short video that I thought looked interesting earlier, but I didn't get very far into it, and it was annoying me. It was really annoying me, because they were using that mournful piano music to make you all emotional while you listen. And I don't like it when people do that with their videos. Like, don't! Just don't! So, now it's about 10 minutes after 7, and this is like the opposite end of the scale. Now I've been like listening to that meeting and watching Mouse, and I'm sleepy, and I'm just bleh, and I'm like, whatever. And I need food, and I'm cooking something that's really quick and easy, but it's technically stuff I probably shouldn't be eating, and so it's probably gonna make me even sleepier. But this is so typical me. Hello, kitty. Ah, yeah, but bleh. And this is so typical Chiaki. Yeah, by the way, I took my hair down again. Mood changing. I was getting cold. After eating the cereal, I was getting cold. Yeah, and I had tea too. That's lemon tea. That's probably part of why I'm so sleepy now. But it's also been dark outside for several hours, and I'm just sitting here. You little cutie. Brushing her teeth. Bleh. I'm so sleepy and whatever. Look at that. I've read that far. I'm now on page... I'm on page 54 or 55. Where was I? I got distracted. Oh, I'm on 55. On page 55. I'm not going to be reading much longer, and then I gotta go get Vicky. So I guess that's the end of the day that you get to see. But I'm so bleh that I don't want to film my face. I'm just bleh. So you get to see the book instead. So, I don't know. I'll see what I film at the end of the video, if anything. If I even make this all into any kind of video. Because I'm so bleh that I'm like, I don't care. Anyway, there's the puppy for you. Goodbye.